Life Talk with the Dazzling One. Well, I have decided to do two more pieces on forgiveness. So this will be the third installment. This one is going to be about forgiving yourself. So it could be a big thing. It could be a small thing. It could be, I'm forgiving myself for not living up to my full potential. Even in that type of a situation, you need to forgive yourself. Because I think that if you don't forgive yourself in that type of a situation, as far as not living up to your full potential, being your best self, living in your excellence, you will end up holding yourself back. So you want to forgive yourself. And it doesn't have to be some big production. It can simply be something as looking at yourself in the mirror or writing it down in a journal and saying, looking at yourself in your own eyes in the mirror and saying, I forgive myself for not living up to my full potential. I forgive myself for doubting my own abilities. I forgive myself for not believing that God created me for excellence. And I forgive myself for not living up to my full potential. You could say a lot more than that, but I think that's like a basic thing to say. I think that gives you a good place to go. I think it gives you, I feel that it gives you a good ground, statement, pretty much where you're, able to forgive yourself. And then step into your excellence at that point. Step into being able to see yourself different than you ever saw yourself before. Believe in yourself. Tap into your dreams once again. Allow yourself to dream once again. So forgiveness goes in many different directions. It can be to somebody that has wronged you, someone you may have wronged. It could be, someone who's wronged you who you cannot, for whatever reason, reach or contact. They may have passed away. It could be 100 different reasons. But ultimately, forgiveness is so important. When we decide to hold grudges against people, we hold ourselves back, especially if we are Christians. And the reason I say that is because Jesus forgave us of our sins. And when we fall off or things don't go the way they're supposed to, we can always go to him and ask for forgiveness. So what right do we have to hold a grudge, to somebody? We don't have a right to hold a grudge to somebody else. So forgiving yourself. Maybe you were the person that has wronged somebody. So the same way for our personal forgiveness, the same way for that, what we can do in that situation is, if we're the person that has wronged somebody, and if you're able to go to that person, you can say, hey, I'm sorry that I did whatever I did. I'm sorry that I let you down. I'm sorry that I betrayed your trust in me. And while I know that things might not ever be the same way between us, I want you to know that I am coming to you to ask and seek forgiveness. So once you've done that, you're released from that situation. It doesn't mean what you've done is wrong or that it doesn't matter, because it does if you've hurt somebody. But what that does do is it gives you an opportunity to start doing your personal forgiveness work on yourself. It gives you an opportunity to grow and to learn from your mistakes so that next time you won't do that to anybody, whatever it was that you might have done. I apologize for the different lighting situations we're having here as I'm moving along on my journey today. The sun goes different directions, so I look different directions. But so now, say for example, you're not in a position to see that person. Maybe that person is gone, or you're not able to reach out to them, or maybe they've passed away. In this suggestion, what I would do is I'd write a letter. I'd write a letter and I'd say, dear so-and-so, you put their name in that place, of course. I want to apologize, and just pour your heart out to them. Okay? There's something healing in that process of writing a letter, even if the person has passed away. There's something healing in that. So you would still write your letter. You would still say your words like you were going to if you were sitting across the table from them, maybe going for a cup of coffee, or and you write the letter. And if the person is still alive, I would suggest putting it in an envelope, put with their name on it, and putting it someplace for safekeepings in case your paths would cross again, or you find out a way to get the letter off to them. Or if you've done something so bad to somebody that that they don't ever want to see you, finding a way to maybe send the letter to them. And what they choose to do with that letter is up to them. That is, your part is done and over with. It doesn't mean, like I said before, that it gives you an opportunity to forget, but it does give you an opportunity to learn. So that's what's so important about it. So one of the most important pieces of forgiveness is the release. Whether it's releasing somebody that's wronged you, or you releasing yourself from wronging somebody else. But apologies have to be done. Apologies have to be done. No matter how, there's always a way. And I want you to leave in the comments to me if you have a tough situation, maybe I can help you sort through it and help you come up with the right words of what you need to say to that person if you wrong somebody. Or non-confrontational ways of approaching somebody that's wronged you. I'd be more than willing to help you with that. So just leave me a comment. I will get back to you. But just as much as it's important for us to get forgiveness from somebody that has wronged us, or we need that forgiveness so that we're able to move to step 3, which is the forgetting and moving on part of our healing levels there. It's important for us to also ask forgiveness for people that we've wronged. In the Bible, I know it says that, before you make your offering or sacrifice to God, that you're supposed to go, if you've wronged somebody, and make it right. So no matter what your faith is, those principles are good just as a human nature. Those principles are powerful just in human nature. So, just to be a decent person. So if you wrong somebody, make it right. Whether it's face to face, through a letter, through an email, through a text. Ultimately, face to face would be the best. or if there's no way for you to reach that person, because you're still carrying that around inside you. You know when you do something wrong or when you hurt somebody. You know that. So so it is so important for you to seek forgiveness just as much as it is if somebody's wronged you, for you to have healing and closure. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that peace and joy and abundance shine on you, and that you choose to be a blessing to somebody today, that you choose to make a difference to somebody today, that you just give a gift of a smile to somebody today. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.